It's a lot bigger than coffee, but coffee is absolutely the main focus.
At the Get Down Coffee Company in North Minneapolis, everything from the ingredients to the drink names are taken from black culture.
If you go to Thanksgiving at a black person's house, more likely than not, you got sweet potato pie. You don't see pumpkin pie.
Director of Coffee, C.J. Porter-Bourne, says that's because the shop is trying to bring a different flavor to the local coffee scene.
We wanted to make a space where access to information and education is a focal point, but also having it be very rooted in black culture so that people of color have a space to come and have coffee like everybody else that they can truly feel ownership of.
The Get Down is one of a handful of BIPOC-owned coffee shops that have opened around the Twin Cities in the last few months. Porter-Bourne believes the death of George Floyd caused more people to spend money at black-owned businesses, which makes it less of a risk for people of color to start a new venture because they know there will be a pool of support.
There is a giant focus on supporting things with your dollar right now, and people are, I believe, more aware of that than ever.
Coffee was first grown in Ethiopia, and many historians believe coffee cherries were brought by slaves as food when they were trafficked to the Arabian Peninsula, before the popular beverage made its way to Europe in the 1600s. Porter-Bourne says most beans are still harvested by black and brown people in Africa and Latin America, but the majority of roasters in the United States are white.
The way to start changing that is by doing something as simple as existing and being a space that changes that narrative on one corner, one cup at a time.
Porter-Bourne says there's a growing movement across the country by black entrepreneurs to reclaim their ancestors' roles in coffee's history. And he hopes having more BIPOC-owned coffee shops train the next generation of baristas could lead more young people of color to a brighter future.
We're building something pretty special here.
For Voices for Change, Maury Glover, Fox 9.
The Chamber says the goal of this new study is to show black entrepreneurs that there is a hope for success here in Cincinnati.
$2.1 billion. $2.1 billion.
Big money is what the Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky African-American Chamber of Commerce says black businesses bring to Greater Cincinnati. Monday, the price tag was revealed in a new study the group released surveying 1,000 black-owned businesses.
For those who had any doubt as to the value of black-owned businesses, this kind of study should put that to rest.
From 2021 to 2022, the economic impact from these businesses increased by $70 million. The reason for the increase? The Chamber was able to survey more black-owned businesses than before. Businesses like A-List Transportation.
This service started with one person, which myself, one vehicle. We have 8 people in place, and we have 6 vehicles on the road each and every day.
Professional services like A-List were found to be one of the leading industry sectors. Also on the list, event planning. Nostalgia Wine and Jazz Lounge has been successful in that lane. The space was recently chosen to be featured in a national wine and food tour put on by Dwayne Wade's Wade Cellars called When We Gather.
It was so unique. It was so welcoming. It was so classy.
Lauren Elise says the event showcases the spirit and culture that black-owned businesses bring to the region.
It's all about showcasing our culture, putting it in the forefront, and speaking to the power that we have as a people.
According to the study, Hamilton County has the highest number of black businesses in the 4 counties surveyed. The Chamber hopes the survey shows outsiders what Greater Cincinnati has to offer.
This data says to you, hey, there's a viable market, a welcoming environment for me, my family, my business.